We're at it again. Crazy growth in 7 weeks from this to this. Enjoy. Welcome back to Ultra Koi, and today we are going to be looking at the latest of the fryer journey. So for those of you in last year, you would have seen this bowl of lovely fish that I came out of last year's fry with, and this year we're going to be attempting it again with the New Forest Grow and Show with a Difference Ghost Sankey in terms of a Sankey spawning. So let's see what we end up with this year. I put it all together. You're going to see the first 7 weeks, the first 3 salts, all in order, and there's last year's winner just to remind you all. So this literally is day 1, delivery day. Straight out of the bag, floated into the bowl to do a quick video, and you can see the absolute size of them. A couple that didn't make it, so we're standard with fry. Probably 1 or 2 that don't quite survive. But yeah, this is where they're starting. This is where we got them. In terms of compared to last year, I think there was a bit of a difference in sizes between the same spawning. So there was some smaller ones and bigger ones. Sort of the disparity between them I thought was a bit larger, but we're hoping that using the same method that I did last year is going to give me some even growth tracking. So let's get on with it. Right, so that's this year's effort. It's the same cage as last year, just this year I put some more holes in the bottom, and I've CT1'd sponges on instead of cutting them in, and I lost the ones that I'd made, so I think the dog nicked them. So yeah, that's what I've done this year. This one was really badly split again, been out in the winter. Link, be quiet please. So yeah, that's what they're going in for the first stage. I do this again because it's nice and shallow. I can concentrate the feeding until I get them to a size where I can then let them deeper, and then I know that they're going to start feeding again. So all good. So here they are, straight into the cage for day 1. So you can see no algae build up or anything, so I've got a pretty good view. That will last a couple of days. It will be solid green. And there we go. Why do I do it like this? This enables me to keep a close eye. B, it also enables me to target feed. I can chuck loads and loads of brine shrimp here early on. Other food as the crumb and the pellet and stuff that you would get with the pack from New Forest. And it gives everyone a chance, mad competition, to try and get some food and try and get that even growth that I was talking about earlier. So let's move on to the next part. So, quick look, after 5 days, you can see they've all packed it on, and that is ramming them full of brine shrimp. Nothing else but brine shrimp at that stage. But yeah, grown massively already. So, we're 11 days in this time, and as you can see, they have all packed on a considerable amount, and the patterns have started to form so that I can see them and do my first proper sort. So the sort I'm going to do in here is mainly just for abnormalities that I can pick out. I won't pick everyone out, my eyes aren't that good, but any that's obvious in terms of body shape, gill plates, deformities that I can see will be coming straight out. Also, I'm looking now at moving them into a bigger cage because this has become too small for the size that they've got. Again, you can see I can scatter the food in and they can absolutely hammer it, but it doesn't allow me to be able to give them the depth that they need to start developing the muscle and swim around properly. So got them all out into the bowl. Always fun trying to catch them all, even in something small like that. I tend to lose a load over the side, they jump out. You can see we've got a good size in 11 days. They have, compared to that first video, it's absolutely mad how fast you can grow. So I'm going to sort out the really small ones, the ones that, when I say this, they look like fry still. And that sounds mad because obviously they look tiny anyway, all of them, but they've got the sort of like the 2-iron head look, and they haven't developed any body shape at all. I just don't genuinely see anything in keeping those at this point. So the smaller ones, I think I've got a good pattern. I will chuck into fish tank to see if I can get them on, but normally last year I didn't have any luck with that. So this is the first round of rejects. I've taken out all the Shiramujis. I've taken out anything that looks like it's got a poor body shape or any deformities, and then I'll go back through and just make sure I'm happy with them all. So which means I've kept all of these guys. So these guys will be going back into the IBC, and they will carry on with their journey. A couple of ones I've picked out already. I've got 2 nice Kahakus and a Sankey that I'm excited about seeing develop. A lot of lot of stuff that's covered in sumi, so that's the bit I'm unsure of, especially with the Akabekos. I need to see what they do as they develop, but so far so good, happy with it. And as today is the day we've taken off the spray bar, nicked all the live food out of it, and you can see some in there. I don't know what they're called, but the fish love them, so sure I'll give that a good wash out. Lovely. You see? Can't see too well because of the glare in the sun, but it's doing really well. So I turned the pump off so you can see how they're getting on from the last sort. This is all the ones we kept now in the bigger tub on the sinking high protein pellet. So yeah, a couple that are starting to really develop their patterns even more, so exciting. Going well. Well, I've just come out here to do this and I'm pretty sure I've lost half of them over the side. I've turned the pump off, as you can see, but the water level was literally lipping over, so I think looking at the numbers, which I can see instantly, yeah, I've lost some, so I have to work that out. It may be a whole drain job, which is going to be fun, but right, let's get on. Right, so I got my bowls out, so I've got my keep bowl, my reject bowl, got an air pump in both and a heater as well, so I can keep everything nice and stable. Now I've got to go and drain it all and get them all out. And in what felt like an absolute age of catching tiny fish from the IBC, just the last stragglers just took forever to catch. Finally got them all out. So here they are. As you can see, I've got a couple of standout ones that I'm very pleased with and excited about. But now I need to go back through and filter out any more abnormalities that I missed. Now I can see them bigger, and now I can see some clearer patterns, get rid of some of the ones that aren't just really going to amount to much, and then pick my best ones to carry on forward for a while. Right, I'm going to try and sort with one hand and we'll see how that goes. So I've started with this little net. I wanted to show you the Sankey that's in here, but unfortunately my skills of trying to just get one fish at a time are just terrible. So I'm going to go through, and trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time is not impossible. So just have to bear with me a second. But this is my favourite Sankey that I've got, I think. I'm hoping that, and I think I can see some sumi under in that white area to try and balance up the pattern a bit more. Shame it hasn't got Benny there, but it's what it is. So that's definitely a keeper. Now I'm going to move on and show you the rest of the keepers. So these are my favourites so far. Good mix of stuff. You'll notice not everything has been kept purely on size. I still have kept some smaller stuff because it has got a potential pattern, just to see if it will grow. So it will get this chance to run, and then if it still hasn't in the next sort, then I'll pull them. Like I said, keeping a good mix of everything that I can. Couple of good Sankeys, like I said. I've got some Akabekos, which I don't really know what they're going to do, if I'm honest. I'm as far as I'm aware, they've got baby sumi. It may fall off a lot, but some of them are really growing well. I've got fish in here that have hit 15 centimeters at this stage, which is just absolutely mental. Nice orange head, good strong colours. He haven't had any colour food yet, really. I gave him a little bit of live salmon before this one, just try and make sure I was forcing up the patterns. I say live salmon, it's not live salmon. Chopped up salmon, sockeye salmon, because it's high in carotenoids, natural carotenoids, to try and boost the Benny colours so I could see. But yeah, a couple of really nice Kohakus. I think they're my favourites so far, with one potential Sankey. But some good body shapes, some very good body shapes, some very good skin quality coming. So we will see what they do. So that's the Akabekos that I'm talking about. They look like they are completely black, but I'm hoping a lot of that's baby sumi and will fall off and then give me some good patterns after. Right, so let me see if I can show you the size of these. So this Beko is one of the bigger ones, about the same size as the Akabekos, but as you can see, nose to tail's already hit 15 centimeters. So at that age, that's absolutely nuts. So long night. It's 10 o'clock. Just trying to get this filled back up, reset back in. We're going back into the cage again this time. You can actually see with the light, I'm losing the light, so get that filled up. trying to keep the water temp in here equalised, so I haven't got to worry about floating. But yeah, that's where we're at. Very pleased with that. Very enjoyable. Again, good sort out. Good sort out. Giving a few of the ones that we weren't keeping to a good home, and the rest have gone in for fish food. So let's look at the size of some of them. Very impressed. I've eaten last year, quite hands down. Yeah, look forward to how they develop. She's on from the last one that you saw, and this is the next sort out, the final sort out, before I now release them into the main of this. So the cage is out and all the fish have been caught, so this won't be used again now for this one. That's done. So let's go and have a look at the fish. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I find this bit the most satisfying, stroke exciting part of doing all of this. Growing small fish, rearing them, watching the colours develop, watching the bodies develop, the patterns, etc. is just nuts. And this is very satisfying. So you'll see straight away there's a couple that I've missed for deformities as they've got bigger, the gill plates, you can now see them, and maybe some slightly poorer body shapes. So I'm going to go through this lot, sort them all out, and then we'll get down to our final number of fish that I'm going to be growing on for the competition. So I pulled these ones out because they are absolutely ginormous. This one here is over 18 centimetres at 7 weeks old. So just take it into context about when Tosai you buy this time of year, which are probably from last year. It's mad. So this is my first run through of what I've left myself with. Again, you can see I haven't gone all with the biggest, but obviously the best bodies I have tried to keep, and I've still kept some that are smaller with what maybe potentially looks like a good pattern. This little Akabeko here, no sorry, Akasanki here, looks like it's got a stumpy body, but I think it's the way the Benny goes into the tail. But we'll give it another chance to see how long it goes and see if any of the other smaller ones catch up. But yeah, really happy with some of these. Let's have a look at what I've rejected, and I'll try and go through why I've rejected them. So these have been rejected either because of poor body shape or deformities or pattern. So this one here, for example, I'll try and show you. You can see the gill plates are a little bit too long, and it's got a poor body shape, looks a bit stumpy. This one here I've taken out just because it's got 2 bits of Benny on, makes it a bit naff. That Kahaku's got no head pattern, the same as these two, so that was Ricky's rules, I've pulled them out. This one here I was a bit annoyed about because it's got quite a good pattern, I think, ready to come up, but then you see by the gill plates they are just really long, flapping all over it, so that's gone into the reject bin. The little very black Shiro Yatsuri type thing I've taken out because it will never be a Yatsuri, it's from a Sankey spawning, and it's got the pattern on the head makes it look like it's got bent head. It hasn't, it just makes it look like it, and it's annoying me, so that's out. And obviously these tiny ones that just haven't shown any signs of growing or catching up at all, despite the fact they've had a lot more food, less competition, etc. So I have taken out 2 of the big Akabekos. I've done that based on one that's got a lot of Natsumi on the head, and their orangey yellow colour is not as intense as the other 2. So I had 4 of them. So they will go into my reject bowl, which is actually the blue tub in the garage, where the other fish now won't eat them because these are far too big, but I'll work out what I do with them later. So this is the final set that I'm keeping. One that I had actually missed in the tub, which I found, so I'm keeping him just because he was the last one and I'd already put the rejects across. So we'll see how this goes. 15, I want to say 15, 16 I've kept. It's balanced. I need to keep enough to make sure I've got competition for the food, but also don't want too many that are going to make the water go rotten too quick. So I have to do more water changes, more maintenance, etc. But yeah, really pleased with how these are coming out. Enjoyable to watch them. The Sankeys, as I said, they're not great. I don't have any mental standout Sankeys. 2 that look that they could be good. So which one do you think will be the best out of this batch? What's your favourite right now? Let me know down in the comments what you think is worth keeping forward. The Akabekos give you a hint that they're going to get anywhere. So yeah, right, let's get on with the giveaway results. Right, so the giveaway time. Remember before we lined out these 2 products to give away, so some food. So I'm going to stick it in a random wheel generator. this is everybody who entered on the video that did the giveaway draw on. Your names have gone down and been put in. You can check to see your name is on the wheel, and then I've given it a spin, a random shuffle, and we've picked a winner. So I'll put that up now. And then the winner needs to drop me an email. The email is in the channel bio and channel description. Drop me an email with your address and I'll get these sent out for you ASAP. So good luck everyone, and you'll see you in a sec. Congratulations, Nathan Coyle OG. Like I said, drop me an email and I will send those 2 packs of food out to you. That's it for today, guys. So as ever, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did enjoy that, please hit that like button. Do hit subscribe. It helps me to keep growing the channel and keep producing content for you guys to watch. So until next time, take care.